Man, yesterday was so nice, and today it's starting to snow. But not that it matters. New steel-toed garage boots. These ones here I've had for the last few years. I've finally worn out. Always wear steel toes in the garage working on stuff. Now I need to get my Jeep outside so Aubrey can bring his car in.
Well, in the last video I talked about how Aubrey needed to do brakes on his car, and I thought that was kind of strange because he only had 160,000 kilometers and he drives or commutes an hour each way to work. It turns out brakes are fine, they're just glazed over because he doesn't brake hard enough. I told him to fix the problem by speeding up to 60, hammer on the brakes really hard, and repeat that about 3 times. And that should cure the problem of the squealing brakes.
Good day, everybody. How is everybody doing today? I'm going to start off this video is that I just got back from the tire shop. I went to Paramount Tire in Calgary and just got new tires put on the Jeep because I needed to. The ones that were on, that were bald, got a set of 5, and now getting pretty close to being good to go. And she's starting to look sexy now. I went with the Firestone Destination M/T2. Mud and snow. Look at those wide grips. So when I'm out in the mud or in the snow, the treads will clear pretty easy. Of course, got to get a matching spare and then rotate that in. I got my new light in, plus a bunch of other parts, so I got to work on that, getting that set up. But yeah, she's looking good. She's looking real good. Oh yeah. I never did check, make sure that the winch works, so I probably should plug this in. Jesus, that thing is fast. That thing is real fast. All right, before I get started, Mr. Tomcats wants in. You want to go inside, buds? Hey. Rawr. I know. Look at you sunbathing. Oh, yeah. All right, we got a lot of things to go through. Not all in this video, but in the next videos to come. I still got the rear table to install into the back so I could have my cooler and eventually air compressor in the back. And then the shelf to put extra gear and some soft shackles I also got. I did pick up an aux beam switch panel you're gonna need for the front to engage the lockers. And of course, you guys remember I removed the wiring for those lights, so I need to do that. I also got the mounting bracket for that vacuum pump down there that's just floating in the bumper, which is no good. Got an HVAC switch to replace the HVAC, because if you have an issue with these trucks or Jeeps where you hear the HVAC motor is always constantly moving, and when you first start the Jeep, you'll find that this light is flashing for about 10 seconds because it can't seem to keep memory. And even if you hook up your high-end scanner, everything will work perfectly. But the only issue is you have to replace the module. I got these hood latches, which are going to replace these ones here. I got the Poison Spider new license plate light mount. Also got new wipers that needed to be swapped out. Cruise control switch. Terraflex brake line anchor, because this one here was set up wrong and it's kind of torn, so I'm only going to replace one. And then I didn't think about building another fire extinguisher mount, but the problem is, let me just get this out of the bag here. As much as it would be cool to make one again, right? $35 off Amazon. and I get this aluminum one, and it has the brackets. I mean, you really gotta value your time. Like the other one, it took like a few hours and I powder coated it. If you would have broke it down by hourly, it would have exceeded this cost of just buying this like 4 times. So sometimes it's just cheaper to buy something than make it, unless of course you're really broke. But these are the projects. And other ones you're not going to see is that I need to test the air lockers front and rear in the AMSOIL box down below. Got oil coming in to change the oil in the diffs. Got to change the oil for the power steering. Yeah, then another month or two, change the oil. Inside, the oil percent still says 85%. So this is what we're looking at. Let's have a look here. Pretty sure this clip needs to be terminated, or does it squeeze? That's what I gotta figure out. So this is what I mean. This one here is kind of weird. It's got some sort of funky clips that you gotta squeeze in and put pry your tool in there and then slide it right out. This one here is different. In fact, it's got a clip, and then this should technically just pop out like that. Grab the fresh new wiper, bring it back. You gotta, there, that one's in. So at first I wasn't sure why the inspection report said it needed new wipers, but I kind of get it now. This one here looks like it's fairly new. Oh, the passenger side one, looks like it definitely needs to be changed. I always change wipers at the same time, but it is what it is, I guess. I grab my hose. Gonna wipe the end off of it first. And I'm just gonna insert it in there. That's interesting. I haven't even applied vacuum yet, and it wants to already start sucking it out. It's telling me, get this oil out of me. So interesting enough, this oil was actually very clean when I sucked it out, so I might only I might do this a couple times, because it doesn't take much to fill that reservoir up, that's for sure. This one here is coming out too, which is a good sign, because if these seize up, you're in for a rude awakening. Try to get it out. You can see this one here's definitely corroded. Holy. Well, it's not 100%, but usually when you know the setting of one side, the other side is usually pretty bang on too. So we're just gonna set this one up close near the bottom and we'll check it out. Buzz it off. I think I got her. Yeah, we're out. All right, hoping this turns out in the video. So this is gonna be tricky. So you wanna slide that bolt or nut until you can see it through the hole there. I don't know if you can see, but I held it in with my finger to the hole. Put this in until you can thread it in till it touches the nylock, and then grab your wrench, find that sweet spot, don't drop it, but there's that sweet spot in the fender or fender skirt that you can get the wrench in there. And then with one hand, you can hold her in place. I like to do this by hand, but you could, in theory, use the electric one too, but I don't want to damage my fingers when we're in tight spots. All right, there we go. Now we're right. We'll try the tension on this one right here. Perfect. All right, it's early morning. This is gonna be one of the things about not having a truck I'm gonna miss. Just put a moving blanket down in there to take some bottles to the depot. Actually, it's not that bad. There's more room than I thought. All right, now back in the garage. I got my scanner out because my daytime running lights aren't coming on. Now this Jeep has a flash cal, I think that's what it's called. And they might actually be turned off, but I should be able to turn them on with the scanner. Tomcat is giving me heck. Do you want to go in, buddy? You've had enough? That's it, shut her down. Shut her down. It's nice out. And you don't want to be outside? Is that what's going on? Is that the situation? Is it? Bless you. I know. Now the question is, where would I find it? I need to find out where it is. Lots of functions here. I don't think it is set on lock. It was disabled. Perfect. All right. That's not what I want. I need to find the daytime running lamps. Well, I guess there isn't a feature for DRLs. It's not what I was hoping. However, ProCal, that was Flash Cal, ProCal. I need to figure out how this thing works. So according to this, dip settings like that for low beams. So now apparently, according to this, I need to go inside. Jeep on, engine off. Plug that in. Horn beeped. I guess we're programmed. All right, just gonna find out if they work or not. Actually, before I get started on anything, I'll leave this a hair apart for now, but the con, I'm gonna get rid of that. I don't like that. It's pretty tacky. While I'm at it, peel that air locker sticker off too. Get some heat on her. Soften up the glue a little bit. Makes it so much easier to peel off. And off you come. Yes, you will. Let's give a shot of WD-40 to remove any glue that might still be on there. WD-40 actually works great as a cleaner. If you want to clean your tools, use WD-40. Do not use brake clean on your tools. Use WD-40. All right, those things are taken care of. Let's focus on getting that vacuum pump put up in there that's just hanging in there for whatever reason. I'm not exactly sure why, but we'll get her done. with this kit I bought. 20 bucks. 20 bucks for this bracket. I think I got it off eBay. So I got the vacuum pump out, and for whatever reason, that will not still come out. Even though the clip's gone, that thing is stuck on there good. So I'm not gonna fight with it, because knowing my luck, I'll break that off and then I'll be hooped. Now, next step is you gotta pull your vacuum lines out. There's actually a clip that's about halfway down that holds that in place. And then you can see them down there and then pull them up. Get these hoses up. And there we go. All right. I better put the soldering iron somewhere to cool down. All right. I'm gonna feed that wire down. I need to get this small vacuum line out. So I am going to hang this, and I just dropped one of the washers. Wire sticker, so she takes a little while to get heated up. All right. There's no going back now. Hopefully now with this fastened down, buttoned, when I start up the Jeep and attach the brakes, I'm not gonna have that huge rattle going on in there, because that thing was just sitting loose, rattling. But I did steal some real estate mods. We're gonna mount that aux beam electrical box, but I might try to see if there's gonna be somewhere in the Jeep to mount it. I mean, honestly, I could probably mount that box right underneath, right down there too, right? There's lots of room there. It's got to be creative on where you want to go. All right, that's all done. The other project I probably was going to start today, but I don't have time, was to, like I said before, I got to trace all this electrical wiring, see what needs to be gutted out, see what needs to stay. So I told you before, I got that remote fuel tank right here. It's on full time. I'd like to wire it to the switch. It doesn't seem to be wired to nothing. And then that way, when I need it, I can power it on. But you can hear the wind. The wind is just a howling. And Fedor is supposed to come over tonight, have a fire, but looking a little gloomy. So we'll see. But Jeep's coming along nicely. All right, shut her down. Motherfucking beer time. Got a Caribou Blonde because it's cheap right now. And was supposed to have a fire tonight, but obviously that's not happening. The wind is relentless and it's not letting up. And last thing I want to do is have a fire in the wind, because I'll probably end up burning the whole goddamn neighborhood down. Anyways, cheers, everybody. Getting all these little projects finished up one by one. Still got a few more to go. I'm hoping next weekend, head out back to the bush, gonna take the TJ out. Transfer case has been working flawlessly since I swapped it over. There's still one modification I need to do to it still, but I'm not gonna worry about that until I get it back inside and get that rear axle pulled out. That being said, I'm probably, my contract just got extended at work, so I'm probably only going to be at work for another I guess right now, a month and a half, and then I'll be off. So we'll see what happens. It is what it is. It's getting nice outside, so nothing wrong with being off for the summer. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions or comments, post them below. See you guys in the next one.